Hey everyone, this is my 2008 3-litre Legacy Spec.B. This is a facelift model, the chassis BPE. Just going to give you a quick overview of it in case you guys want to buy one or you're just interested about the car. This is the NZ new model. As you can see, it's a Spec.B model, so it's got 18-inch shadow chrome alloys, and they're quite nice. You can see there in the camera. They've got like a sort of glossy tone to them. So the back of the car. As you can see, my one has a badge I put on it from America, Spec.B badge. They usually just come with a Legacy badge, so I put that on it because it's a Spec.B. Also put bigger tips on it, but other than that, it's pretty much a stock vehicle as I like them. So we'll hop inside. Inside the car, this one is quite well spec'd. It has a sunroof, as you can see up here, which spans right over to the back of the back passengers' back seats, and which makes it quite cool in the summer and in the winter as well. But I'll turn it on. I've had this one for just under a year now. I've done about 30,000 Ks in it. But they're awesome cars, and I've got another one as well outside of Outback, but that's a 2000 model. So the dash lights up quite nice on these 3-litre models and the 2.5 GTs, as you can see there. So I just think I focus my camera on the SLR so it doesn't focus by itself. There we go. So they're quite cool, and they've got what's called a info system on the dashboard, so you can scroll through different things, and like for instance when you're driving you can see your throttle input. That's me pushing on the throttle. Also how far until you're empty. Also outside temperature, and the ET is the engine time, so if you've been driving from say here to, I don't know, someplace across town, it'll tell you how long you've been driving for, or basically how long the motor's been running for since you started it. Also has your fuel. The bottom one is the average for your current trip, and the top one is your current average fuel rating. So if you put your foot down fully, it's obviously going to be like 50 litres per 100k, and then when you're cruising it's usually about 8 or 9. Although this car it's quite high because it's a 3-litre and they use a lot of gas. You've also got a little litres per 100k dial there, and that moves while you're driving as well. This car is SI drive. Now this is quite cool, although personally I don't see the point in one of the modes. So basically if we go back to that screen there, we've got all the 3 modes, and there's 3 modes: Intelligent, Sport, and Sport Sharp. Sport Sharp is awesome, and it gives the car total power, and you can basically flick it across using this little switch here. So basically you've got Sport, Sport Sharp, turn to Sport, Sport, Sport Sharp, and then push down for Intelligent mode, which is real gutless, and I use it a lot, but you generally, it's like driving a 1.8 litre version of this, like, you know, so it's real slow. Other stuff this car has, now this is an automatic version. You can get the 6-speed manual. They're quite rare, but they're real nice as well. These ones are quite cool. They've got your basic Tiptronic here, up and down, and you've also got your paddle shifters here. So let me focus that. That is the downshift, and that's upshift. So you just go bang, downshift, bang, upshift. So when you're driving, you can pretty much have your hands on the wheel the whole time, and you won't have a problem at all. Some other features on this car is, yeah, as I was saying before, the sunroof. Just push the open button and it opens up, tilts the top up, and then it folds the whole way back. But I just tend to keep just that part open like this, and I bring that like that, so there's just a little bit of light, because sometimes when it's real bright it actually gets quite annoying, but generally I have the sunroof open 90% of the time. Now this car has the Macintosh stereo system, and that is a I think a 12 speaker system. As you see the doors here, they've got quite a lot of speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 on each side, and then plus 2 on each in the back, so I think that's 10, and then a subwoofer, and then this sucker up here as well. So it's quite a good audio system, although the bass is actually is less powerful than the older 2000 to 2003 Legacies. I've got one outside which is a Macintosh as well, and the bass in that is actually quite good compared to this, but this one's real crisp and it's a lot nicer, like there's no rattling and all that like in my other one. Now another cool thing with these cars, my battery will run out in my car because it's a bit average at the moment, is everything's got its own toggle lights, and even the cup holders, they've got blue ambient lights, so it's quite nice when you're driving at night, you can see them. All the driving controls have lights, backlight illumination, but let me turn all that off before the car runs out. And yeah, also your steering controls, you've got all your audio controls here. You've got the changing between your eye information screens, and also if there's a warning, you can push that and it shows the warning on the display. You've got your sport sharp button. So basically, when you're driving, you don't have to move your hand down here. If you want to overtake someone, just push that button. It biffs it into sport sharp mode. And once you've finished using sport sharp, push it again, and it'll go back to that setting you were last in before going into sport sharp. And yeah, other general controls, I've got Bluetooth installed here, which runs through the Macintosh system, so I can talk on the phone while using this. And just the other features like the dimming of the dashboard lights, and just mirror controls, all your window controls, stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much same old. The car also has seat controls there. So you can basically move the seat back and forth and set it up. So let's start the car anyway and have a listen. Let me focus that. There we go. And this exhaust sounds quite nice. I have taken the mufflers off this exhaust and just put a straight pipe through with bigger tips. I generally don't like real loud cars, but this one I got back and it was real loud. A bit louder than I want it to be, but it sounds quite nice. So as you can see, it has quite a nice rumble. The car also has HID headlamps, so you can turn those on there, and they are a purple tone, so they're quite nice, and they automatically adjust, unlike the older versions where you can manually adjust the headlight height. But yeah, they're a nice purple colour. Under the hood, I'll turn the car off now, sorry, just because I'll die of monoxide poisoning, but that's all good. It's pretty much the same story as the old cars, the old 3 litre. This is an EZ30R. The older Legacies and Outbacks, or mine's a Japan model instead of the American model, but they were EZ30Ds, and they were not as near powerful as these ones are. But that's the engine cover there, all your bits and pieces, aircon, alternator, steering, power steering, and what you can't see under here is the new plastic intake manifold. But other than that, yeah, you can't see much without the cover off. But that's just a quick overview of the engine. Now, back seats. As you can see, this is perforated leather. Well, synthetic leather, I believe, but that's probably a good thing. Plenty of legroom in these cars as well. Plenty of space to sit and relax. They're quite comfortable. As you can see, you can lift the headrests up and all that, but I generally just keep them down because I don't have a lot of people in the back seat all the time. Got your centre rest that I just keep down, but that just folds away like that. Sorry if the footage is a bit grainy. And also, these cars are factory tinted for the rears. Now, I've tinted the front ones though 35% because they look quite weird when you've only got the backs tinted and the front's light. But other stuff you can see, you've got your centre mounted seatbelt to pull into the middle, which locks down into your seatbelt clip, and you just got tether points and mounts for stuff in the cargo area as well. And this car has side airbags, as you can see, one there, and then front ones for the passengers. And the boot, plenty of room. Cargo cover, which I had to buy extra
because the old owners had a bit of stuff in the back, and they've obviously lost a few bits and cracked a few pieces, as you can see, but luckily I'm not too bothered about that. Usually I would be. There's the Macintosh subwoofer, and you've got mount points as well if you wanted to mount stuff to the floor when you're driving, and they're quite handy. And then I've got a full-size spare in this car, as you can see here, so it's a full-size 18-inch alloy, so I don't have any space in here as such. To drop the back seats as well, there's a button you push on top, and that just pushes the whole seat forward, and you can drop it down and expand the whole back area to fit, say, your drum kit or whatever else you want to put in the back. But that's the video for the 08 Legacy. I've got another car as well, a 2000 Outback, or Lancaster as it's known because it's a Japanese import. I'll make a video for that too soon as well. But I hope you enjoyed it, and hope that gives you some in-depth information about this car. And if you want to know anything else, just give me a question on the links below.